No, that's wrong. Dixie Diamonds, 73. Dixie, Three Islands National Park, Cooktown, Metz, 4:17 p.m. Edward, having plummeted to the depths of despair upon reading Rosier's cease and desist email, only to rebound seconds later with Karen's phone call telling him that the scientist's email was intentionally misleading, had to rein in his excitement upon entering his and Liz's bedroom. Walking to their bed, he knelt on one knee, leaned in, and whispered to Lizzie, "Shh," while pressing his upright index finger against his lips. "You need to get up," he said quietly, quickly adding, "It's good news, not bad," in response to his bride's expression of fearful concern. Standing upright, he took a step away from the bed and whispered, "Come on," while nodding his head towards the living room. Lizzie, forehead furrowed in concern and curiosity, nodded, carefully rolled out of bed, looked back at Jerald's sleeping form, blew him a kiss, then tiptoed out of the room in Edward's wake. Having left the bedroom, closed the door, then walked to the kitchen, Liz asked, "What's going on?" in hushed tones. "I'm not certain," Ed replied, "but it does seem certain that despite his emails to the contrary, Rosier would like to assist Balloony, but that he's not free to say so. He sent another email literally threatening to have us arrested, but then phoned Karen from a payphone and spoke to her. She called me and she's got Balloony ready and waiting. We need to phone her and then she'll phone Rosier." "Oh, that can't be right." "Ah, Balloony," Ed said aloud. "Are you there, mate?" "We are," Balloony replied. "Karen and Molly are hooked in, and Karen's ready to phone Metz, unless we need to chat first," he asked. "I think we're ready," Liz said. "Just let me understand what's going on," she added before exhaling hard. "Ed said Rosier sent a threatening email that told us he'd have us arrested if we contact him again, but then phoned you, Karen. Is that correct?" "It is," Karen said. "Once I got the phone call, I contacted Balloony, and he patched me in with and introduced me to Molly. I need to phone Rosier immediately if we're all ready. He said he'd be waiting by the payphone, so I'd like to call now. Good to go?" Ed turned to Liz with brow furrowed, and Liz then exhaled before saying, "Absolutely. Thanks for the clarification. We're ready when you are," to which Ed nodded repeatedly. "All right," Karen said. "I'm phoning now." After a momentary pause, she added, "It's ringing." "Téléphone public de l'Arion," a man said in perfect French. "Bonjour," Karen replied. "This is Karen Block." "Madame," the man replied, "how may I help you?" "I have a friend in need, and we were trying to contact a particular doctor to help him," Karen replied. "Are you the doctor for whom I'm calling?" "I am a doctor of engineering. Am I the type of doctor your friend needs?" "Dr. Rosier," Balloon enthused. "Thank goodness you're all right." After a pause, Rosier added, "Hello, are you still there, madame?" "We are," Karen said, adding, "Balloony, he's alive! He's alive!" "You are telling me that Balloony lives?" Rosier asked, his voice subdued. "That one of my revenus that was created by stealing from me exists?" "I am very pleased to hear of its existence. Is it close at hand? May I speak with it?" "Rosie," Balloony enthused. "Rosie, I'm right here. We can talk now." "Madame?" Rosier repeated after a moment. "Are you still there?" "Yes," Karen replied. "We're still here." "And my revenant, you are calling it Balloony?" Rosier inquired. "You said it is there." "Dr. Rosier," Karen asked, "can you not hear Balloony? He's speaking, using telepathy to communicate with us right now." "Balloony," Rosier replied, "the revenant that Brentsy created with my plans? You say it's there and speaking to me telepathically? If this is so, I can't hear it, but I hear you and you can hear it. I don't understand." "Forgive me if I add to the confusion," Ed said, "but we can hear you with Balloony's telepathy. Can you not hear us?" "Hello? Hello?" Rosier said. "Oh my," Karen said. "Everyone stop a moment. I may understand what's going on. Dr. Rosier, you can only hear me?" "Oui," Rosier said. "What do you mean only? Who all is there?" "Oh my," Karen intoned. "Balloony told us that Brentsy viciously attacked you back on the 26th of January, that you were beaten about the head so fiercely that he feared that Brentsy had killed you. Is it, well, I'm sorry to have to ask you this, but is that true?" "It is," Rosier said softly and without intonation. "And you were knocked unconscious?" Karen asked. "I was. I barely escaped with my life. Why are you asking me this?" "I'm sorry, Doctor," Karen said, her tone matching her words, "but I'm wondering if you may have experienced some degree of, well, brain damage." "Yes," Rosier said curtly. Yes, I did. I repeat, why are you asking me this? You told me you needed my help. Get to it or leave me alone." "Karen," Balloony said, "it's obvious from this conversation that everyone can hear me except Rosie. Please tell him I'm right here. Tell him I'm here and I tried to help him back in January and that I want to help him now. Please, Karen, please make him understand. Dr. Rosier, Karen said, Balloony is in telepathic communication with me, with my friends Edward and Elizabeth Borden, and, well, believe it or not, a lovely squirrel named Ms. Molly Daddison Pie. We can all hear one another's thoughts and words when Balloony transmits and receives them telepathically, but it seems that you cannot hear via telepathy what we all hear. Balloony's been desperate to find you, to check on you, Karen continued, to make sure you're all right. He's tried thousands of times to do this since you were attacked. He cares for you, and in addition, he hopes you might be able to help him deal with Brency. He wants to let you know that he cares for you and wants to help, and that he's been trying to do so for nearly an entire year. Does this make sense to you? Could I be right? Rosier said softly. You could. You absolutely could be correct. All of this is possible.